Hello again, you little rascals. Right, today is Mobility Wednesday. I know it's not a very alliterate name, but yeah, do. So what we're going to do is another head to toe stretching program, only we're not holding any of the positions this time, we're just going to constantly move. So we're going to try and increase the range on each one. We're going to go through neck rolls, we're going to work on your T-spine mobility, so like this section of your spine, which tends to get locked up if we're in this position. We're going to do hip and shoulder simultaneously. We're going to work on mostly rotation through the shoulder and hips for a few of them. Then some hamstrings and some calves, hopefully freeing up some space in your ankles. So if any of you have any issues, then hopefully today's workout will fix it. The equipment you're going to need: a chair, a towel, a broom handle, and a few cushions. That's it. So the first one we're going to begin with is a neck roll, or controlled articular rotations, but addressing the neck. So what you'll do is hold on to the chair or whatever you're on. You can do it standing, but just by sitting on a chair and holding on to the bottom, it allows you to stay up tall and keep your shoulders back. From here, we're just going to go fishing. So what you'll do is you'll tuck your chin first, then you'll look over to the left or right. Once you're here, you'll roll your head over the shoulder. You'll look up to the ceiling as you roll your head to the other side. You'll tilt back to the front, and then you'll slide across to the middle. Notice how I don't move my shoulders like this. I want to try and lock that in position. So I want to brace here, try and create as much tension in my body as I can, and I just want to isolate the movement of the neck to fish out any potential sticking points I may have in that particular joint structure. You're going to do 10 each side, and you're going to try and maintain tension throughout your body. So if I were to do it now without talking, it would look like this. Don't go too hard around there. So don't really try and yank your neck up, otherwise you can end up hurting your throat and other small muscles around your neck. The whole purpose of that is just to try and get it moving in its full range of motion. Because as the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that applies to our joint structures. Particularly if we are in a position like this all the time, eventually you'll lose the ability to really open up through your shoulders. And I know a lot of you say you feel stiff at the best of times, and it's simply just because you're not always opening up your body, you're not using your full range of motion. So therefore, when you try to do it after a certain period of time of being like this, you'll find you've lost a little degree of range of motion there. Okay, that's the first exercise. Exercise number 2 is what we call a quadruped T-spine rotation. So for this, all you're going to need to do is get on the floor in this position here, like so. You want to have your hand directly under your shoulder. This arm is going to go behind your back, like so. From here, all you're going to do is rotate down toward the floor, taking a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to look up to the ceiling and really try and turn as far as you possibly can. Cycle of 4 breaths, so breathe in and breathe out, coming down. Breathe in again here and turn away as you breathe out. That's one option. If you find that too uncomfortable to stay in that position, keeping your arms straight, you can always bring your elbow to the inside of your thigh and do the same thing. You breathe in as you turn in, and then breathe out. And try and rotate up to the ceiling as much as possible. For the next one, this is called a Bretzel stretch, or Bretzel. All we're gonna do is stack the pillows. If you're in the gym, you could use a foam roller, but we wanna stack the pillows like this so we can maintain proper hip alignment. If I move them away, you can see it collapses in, which is gonna put pressure on the small muscles of your lower back. So we'll use one to rest the head on, and we're going to spoon the set of pillows here. With your bottom arm, place your hand on this knee to keep it down, and with this hand you're going to grab and bend this leg. If you find you can't get into this position very well, just prop up a few more pillows and just work within your range. But what we're trying to do here, take a deep breath in, keeping this leg down. I want you to breathe out and turn away. As far as possible. Breathe in, come back to the center. You're going to do 5 to 10 repetitions of this, and the aim is to get this shoulder to touch the floor. If you can't, you just go to within your maximum range where you can no longer get any closer to the floor. Once you find that position, cycle 3 deep breaths. Before returning back to the middle and then doing the same on the other side. That should help just untwist your body somewhat. I've been doing that every morning, and I've definitely noticed some differences in my lower back pain and the tightness in my shoulders. The next one is a half kneeling rotation with a dowel. We don't have a dowel. What we have is a brush handle. Some would argue it's the same thing. What we're going to do here is getting a half kneeling position. Back leg stays flat like so. Then you're going to place the handle across your shoulders, taking a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're just going to rotate across the leg. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you'll come back to the middle. What you want to watch out for is this as you turn. We want to try and work on hip stability at the same time as working on shoulder mobility. So again, from the front, deep breath in. As you breathe out, just go to where you feel comfortable. Don't force it to go any farther. Take a deep breath in, breathe out as you come back to the middle. All of the reps and things like that will be on the screen somewhere. Once you've done the acquired amount of reps on that leg, do the same on the other. You can do multiple sets of these, or if you're pushed for time, just do 1 set of each one for the required amount of reps. The next one, you're going to need the towel. So for this, This is going to work on your hamstring flexibility. If you have a resistance band, you can use that too. This is just a quick makeshift type deal. Now, depending on your flexibility will determine how high you can have this leg. If it's starting to shake like this, get a bit of a longer towel and just take it to where your range of motion isn't causing that tremble. All you're going to do from here, lift that leg up, keep your core braced, and just push the heel of this leg away as you breathe out, and try and touch the heel to the floor. Breathe in, come back to the start. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. What we're trying to avoid is any arching of the back. We want to try and keep that lower back down and stay braced the whole time. Breathe out, feel that stretch in the back of this leg, and breathe in as you come back up. Again, same amount of reps on both legs. And then the final one, ladies and gentlemen, is a half kneeling calf stretch. Now, on some of the workouts, I've given you an alternative for squats if you have particular issues with your ankle. By propping up the heel, you bypass any tightness that may be here or any restrictions that may be here, so that when you squat, your heel doesn't come up. To work on that mobility of the ankle, all we're going to do is assume the same half kneeling position, and you're going to keep the dowel in line with the fourth toe. Stay up nice and tall throughout, and you're going to drive the knee outside of the dowel, keeping that heel down. So don't do this, because then it just defeats the purpose of the exercise. All we're doing is pushing forward till you feel that stretch. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, come back, and go out again. And you're just going to keep doing this until you feel like you haven't got any more range of motion. When you find your maximum range of motion, just cycle a few breaths there. The whole purpose of the breathing is to relax the central nervous system and allow you to go into a deeper range of motion than you otherwise would normally. And you come back in. Again, you'll see the reps and sets around me somewhere on the screen. That is the last exercise of your mobility day. 6 exercises in total. Do 1 to 3 sets of each one, depending how much time you have. You could spend an hour going through all 6 exercises, and I guarantee you'll feel a lot better because of it. In your first week, you've been holding stretches, so that should have given you a little bit more range of motion. And now we're playing with that new range of motion and then trying to increase it a little bit more this week. So let me know how you get on. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, tick the bell, and all that other nonsense. Tell your friends, tell your parents, anyone really, please. But if you're enjoying the videos, do let me know, because I don't actually know how many of you are doing them. I'm going to record the next exercises for Friday. Best of luck. Thank you.